From nail-biting tournaments to jaw-dropping moments, football has it all. But with so much attention comes the risk of some of the most cringe-worthy and embarrassing moments being caught on camera. Let's look at some of the most unforgettable moments that make us laugh, cringe, and maybe even shed a tear. Amidst all the glory and triumph of the World Cup, there have been moments that have left a stain on the game's history, and in this case, quite literally. Gary Lineker, known for his impeccable skills on the pitch, faced one of the most embarrassing moments of his career when he pooed himself during the 1990 World Cup match against Ireland. The striker was ill on the morning of England's Italia 90 opener against the Republic of Ireland, but decided not to tell legendary manager Sir Bobby Robson to ensure that he wasn't dropped from the team. Lineker suffered from cramps during the game and tried to hold on, but he lost control when he tried to stretch for the ball. England hero Lineker still had a great World Cup, scoring 4 goals, including one against Ireland, to help the team reach the semi-finals of the tournament. Unlike Lineker, striking up the pitch in the next example actually had the smell of love in the air. Argentinian defender Renato Sivelli planted a kiss on Paris Saint-Germain striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic after the pair tussled during the Liga 1 match. The duo had been locked in an intense battle throughout the match, and clearly being so close to Zlatan had an effect on Sivelli as he leaned in and delivered the smooch. But the act of love was unprofitable, and Ibrahimovic responded by shoving his suitor in the chest, picking up a yellow card in the process. After being booked, Ibrahimovic did see the funny side as he wiped his opponent's spittle from his neck. Before we get on with the rest of the video, hit that subscribe button below and turn on notifications if you want to see your favorite player win the Ballon d'Or. Let's get started. The 2008 Champions League final was a nail-biting affair, with both teams giving their all on the pitch. When it came to the penalty shootout, Chelsea's captain John Terry stepped up to take the crucial penalty. But just as he was about to strike the ball, he slipped on the wet turf and missed the target. The stadium went silent as Terry lay on the ground, devastated. However, this moment didn't define his career. Terry rose above the setback and continued to lead his team to victory, winning numerous titles with Chelsea and cementing his legacy as a true footballing hero. But there was a footballer whose career didn't quite recover after making a similar mistake. During the nerve-wracking 2010 FIFA World Cup match between England and the USA, everything was on the line for England's goalkeeper Robert Green. The tension was palpable as Green faced a defining career moment, with the hopes and dreams of an entire nation resting on his shoulders. But in a split second, it all came crashing down as he made a costly mistake that would haunt him for years. With a seemingly harmless shot from Clint Dempsey, Green let the ball slip through his fingers into the net, sealing England's fate in a 1-1 draw. Robert Green's blunder during the 2010 FIFA World Cup match between England and the USA stands as a testament to the sheer embarrassment that can unfold on the football pitch. Despite Green's attempts to move past the mistake, it remains a defining moment in his career, a painful reminder of the thin line between triumph and humiliation in the beautiful game. But this is not the only incident that defines the immense pressure and razor-thin margins that define professional football at the highest level. David Beckham's infamous red card occurred during the 1998 World Cup match between England and Argentina. The match was tied at 2-2 when Beckham was sent off in the 47th minute for trying to practice his martial arts skills on field by kicking Diego Simeone, the Argentine midfielder. This incident resulted in England playing with only 10 men for the rest of the match, and they eventually lost to Argentina on penalties. The backlash against Beckham in the UK was severe, with many people blaming him for England's elimination from the tournament. He received death threats and was even burned in effigy by angry fans. It was a period of intense humiliation and embarrassment for Beckham, one that would shape his career and affect his public image for years. However, despite the setback, he became one of his generation's most successful and iconic footballers. You don't want to be held responsible for anything in a match between Liverpool and Man United. The worst offence committed by Jamie Carragher was an own goal he scored at Anfield in 1999 in favour of Manchester United. Worst of all, two of Carragher's own goals in the context gave Manchester United a 3-2 victory over Liverpool. He's one of the football players with the worst own goals ever. It all started for Liverpool in that rivalry game with a high-flying header that was hopelessly misplaced and went into the top corner of his net. It's a fact that Jamie Carragher has secured a spot in the top 10 list of Premier League players with the most own goals. Despite his misguided attempts, his blunders were anything but inconspicuous. Opposing supporters immensely enjoyed ridiculing him and making him an easy target and subject of their playful jabs. Does it get more embarrassing than becoming a tragic figure for your nation on the World Cup debut? There were problems everywhere for Fabio Capello ahead of the start of the tournament, but one position was absolutely certain and considered Russia's undisputed point of strength: the goalkeeper. The CSKA Moscow custodian, vastly experienced and very cool under pressure, was expected to save the day if needed. He has ruined the day instead. Akinfeev made a very poor start to the second half, failing to deal with shots by Ki Sung-young and Kim Yong-gwan properly and only catching them on his second attempt. But even given that uncharacteristic nervousness, the whole country was in a state of total shock when he committed an incredible blunder. The star keeper tried to catch a routine shot by Lee Kwon-ho instead of punching it away for a corner, and let the ball bounce off his hands into the net. As Akinfeev lay on his back coming to terms with the disaster, every single Russian fan immediately remembered the most traumatic goalkeeping error that's hounded them for almost 15 years. It would be fair to say that Neymar is a pretty easy target to wind up, and a Manchester City fan tried his luck when the Premier League side faced Barcelona in the Champions League in 2015. The Brazilian was sitting on the bench after being substituted at the Etihad when the spectator caught his attention and made a diving gesture with his hands, letting Neymar know exactly what he thought of him. The forward appeared to try to usher the fan over before making a move for him at the full-time whistle, only for a steward to intervene and keep the pair apart. After the game, Neymar told reporters that a fan had insulted him in Portuguese and added, "What he told me, I cannot repeat it." While shirt swapping is a common tradition in football, it doesn't always go according to plan. Just ask former Manchester United defender Patrice Evra, who found himself red-faced during a match between Bayern Munich in 2014 when he attempted to swap shirts with Bayern's Thomas Müller, only to realize that Müller had already exchanged shirts with someone else. The awkward moment left Evra scrambling to save face as he sheepishly returned to the pitch without a souvenir from his opponent. Yet, while Evra's mishap left him red-faced, it pales in comparison to the bewildering turn of events that unfolded during a crucial World Cup encounter between Germany and Algeria. With the scores level at 0-0, Germany were awarded a free kick in their 88th minute in a promising position about 25 meters directly in front of Algeria's goal. In an apparent attempt to trick Algeria in the World Cup last 16 match, Thomas Müller fell down on his approach towards the ball on a free kick and then ran through the Algerian defense. The ball never made it past the wall. The intended trickery had backfired spectacularly, leaving players frustrated and fans bewildered by the unexpected turn of events. In conclusion, football is a beautiful game, full of passion, excitement, and unpredictability, and it's these very qualities that keep us coming back for more, even in the face of the most embarrassing moments. If you're a true football fan, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more exciting content, and ring the bell to stay updated on all things football. This is Onside Football, signing off, but don't worry, we'll be back soon with more thrilling content. Until next time, keep the passion alive on and off the pitch.